Yeah, I was just going through few of the tutorials on blockchains, and although I am not an expert on that, but I still wanted to like share the basic, yeah, the knowledge that I have understood. So please treat it as a baby step towards the huge concept of blockchains. So to start with, means there are like two concepts. That first one is that bitcoins, and the second one is their blockchains. So so like bitcoins are bitcoin is their digital money, and the blockchain is the application that 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 moves this digital money around. Uh, so so that first question that would come to your mind is that why do we need blockchains? What is the reason for that? So uh, uh, so let me explain this through a small example. Suppose I have to do a transaction. Now, whatever transaction I do, or like whatever money I transfer to any third party, that has to like go through an intermediate institution. It has to go through an intermediate bank, and that intermediate bank is responsible for the entire transaction thing, and it charges you an extra transactional cost, and that too, the transaction does not happen immediately. So like what blockchain is trying to do is, it is trying to like do away with this intermediate institution itself. So it is trying to like remove this intermediate bank, intermediate institution concept. So uh, so like so like the second question that would like naturally come is that what are the principles of it? What is it like based on? So like blockchain has three important principles. The first one is their open ledger. So like whatever transaction that is happening, each of that participants is aware of that. That the second important concept is that open ledger, it is not maintained in centralized location. Instead, it is distributed, and it is maintained by the participants of the transaction itself. Now this brings us to a like very important concept, that if that ledger is distributed, and it is maintained at more than one location, then the data has to be like synchronized. So 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 how does it happen? So the third important concept is about the miners. So their miners are those participants who are maintaining that ledgers, and they are responsible for validating each of the transactions that is happening, and then updating that ledger. So uh, so th- uh, so this updating that ledger, and yeah, and that computational the things, they are complex, but in a like very short and sweet way, I can explain that. Means that means the miners, uh, they are responsible for doing that computation, and okay, and then updating that current state of that ledger, and informing that other participants to update at their end as well. So like, let's summarize the entire thing. The first thing is that blockchain is trying to do away with the intermediate institutions. The second thing is that ledger, it is public. Every participant is aware of the transactions that is happening. So the third thing is that the ledger is distributed. It's not stored in centralized location. And finally, it is their miners who are responsible for validating the transactions, and computing that current state of that ledger, and informing that other miners as well to update at their end. So like, this brings us to the end of the session. Thanks for watching, and please provide your updates, feedbacks. Okay.